Welcome back to our channels, Warriors. We are still growing. If you haven't had Joe Rogan, smash that subscribe button. Go ahead and have him smash it right now. First and foremost, let me give a shout out to the following patrons. Shower Shark, Fuck Your Chest Pains, Priya These Nuts, Lockdown 5, Crystal Bonla, Reina, Raymond, Hernan, Michael Mua, Winston, Armando, Alejandro, Trailero 760, Grant, El Skid, Nathan, Hobie Cat, Lead with Love, Albert 12, AI Vega, Fio, Esquiel, Big Bad 48, JT, Nova, Jack, Linda, the retired CEO, Michigan Wolverines, Mikey 559, the homie Marius, Chevelle 66, Abuelita's Journey, Gigi, and Daus Herrero. If you have not already signed up for that Patreon, make sure you hit that link in the description below. You are definitely missing out. This episode right here, man, damn, I did it under a minute, is gonna be part 2 to yesterday's Norway project, right? I put out the information to the masses, let you guys know, hey, we God bless them. We have some Norwegian officers, Norwegian correctional officers from the country of Norway, training the best of the best here in Cali, right? Going back to Cali. You've seen me sing on here. You notice I didn't pick up a fucking rap career or singing career. Now, you guys can please share this episode to Joe Rogan. Just share the link to his Instagram. Bombard him. You know, somebody said they picture me on Joe Rogan. I think we can make it happen. There's about 19,400 of us. So here we go. Backstory. When I got to Richard J. Donovan Correctional Facility, January 2015, your boy had promoted a sergeant. I got the little stripes, the chevrons right here on my collar too. I'm thinking, oh, I'm all that in a bag of chips. Nah, just kidding. I didn't think I was all that in a bag of chips. I was actually fucking glad because I was closer to home and I had interviewed like 5 times for sergeant. So I was just kind of like exhausted at that point. I told you I touched down like in January, promoted. I was a brand new sergeant. I was on Delta Yard, formerly known as the 4 Yard, which used to be the reception yard back in the good old days from what I've heard from everybody. At the time, my lieutenant was Captain Homito, the one currently on workman's comp ever since his daddy Pollard left. How shit. This motherfucker was wreaking havoc, dropping the martillo, as he said. Motherfucker hasn't been seen since. Ain't that shady? How are you gonna be so one way and then when your protection leaves, you just bounce? That is a culero. The homie claims to be a sureño from San Isidro. Sureños don't act like that. Gangsters don't act like that. Furthermore, you were a peace officer, so I don't know how you can claim you were a sureño. Anyhow, wow. That chanate is hitting. This is fucking cup 2, just so you guys know. Cup 2. I wake up at 3:50. I fucking responded to all your guys' comments yesterday because that's what I'd be doing. Homito's my lieutenant. I'm a sergeant, and I have an officer on the yard who I have yet to meet yet. Older dude, good dude, crazy dude. But I haven't met him yet. The good kind of crazy. They were doing construction on all clinics. They wanted them to be wheelchair, medically handicap accessible, you know, the whole nine. Paving the new pavement, making for the inmates. Right, you ain't gonna be seeing COs in a wheelchair. Boo, culero. So the fucking clinics were shut down, and the gyms made these fucking little white hairs in my hat. They always trip me out. The gym had a makeshift pill lines, so all inmates were going to the gym to get their medications. Anybody that's ever been on S&Y yard knows that every single inmate takes medication, and or EOP yard. On GPs, you don't see this because they're not allowed to take medications by their own people. They're going to get beat up, stabbed. Their rules. Wonder if they do that in Norway, which we'll get to. Well, there was no gunner in the gym. Gun. I was a sergeant. I came from Centinela. And the officer that I'm talking about right now brought to my attention he was like part of the union. He's like, oh, we're not going to do that. I'm like, what do you mean you're not going to do that? His whole problem was that, hey, he wasn't going to have staff members in the gym without a gunner while they're doing pill line. And I'm like, hey, bro, this shit has to be done. Look, man, we all have batons. I'm going to be right there. I told him, I'm going to be right there in the fucking front, man. Don't worry. Of course, right? You guys know my style. And he got upset at me that I guess he was trying to prove a point that, like, hey, this is unsafe. We're not going to do this. But I was a brand new fucking sergeant. And the inmates have to get their pills. And I'm not afraid of fighting it out until help comes, right? Like, help will come. You just hit your alarm or you get on the radio. The whole prison will be coming to help you out after you get beat up for a few 30 seconds. So this motherfucker goes around, starts giving me a thumbs down. I already be telling you guys that if all we do is give thumbs up or thumbs down in the state of California, background checks, right? We start sending out the kites. When I came out on this YouTube, they've already told me, and I already knew it was going to happen. They're like, what's up with this Hector guy? What's up with this Hector Bravo guy? Right? Good or bad? And, you know, whatever the fuck they said. I don't know. Or goes around giving me thumbs down. The little birdies let me know. I said, oh, motherfucker gave me thumbs down, huh? The dude didn't know me. Just wasn't happy about the whole fucking gunner shit. So, fast forward, not even a month, man. You guys heard my story. There's a video on here. A white inmate tied a fucking shank to his hand with his bed sheet and stabbed one of the officers in fucking housing unit 17. Right? I'm a brand spanking new sergeant. I respond. That one officer that gave me a thumbs down respond. Well, I'll be damned, right? We all did what we had to do, right? We kind of stomped the inmate out. We had a green light to use lethal force. The dude had a knife tied to his fucking hand, period. I wonder if they do that in Norway, right? I'm not even talking about Norway yet, and I'm wondering if they do all this stuff in Norway. Anybody from Norway, tap in on my comments and tell me if an inmate had ever tied a knife to his hand after being high on meth for fucking 5 days and went for it. So there I am stomping this inmate out using reasonable use of force, which was well documented. And all of a sudden, the homie goes and gives me a thumbs up, goes like this, right? Starts telling everybody, this sergeant's the shit, this sergeant's solid. Oh, man. So for the whole entire time I was at Donovan, I'm like, bro, you gave me a thumbs down at first. Anyhow, he's a good dude, solid fucking dude, great guy, and man, a leader, a fucking leader, let me tell you. So the dude tells me yesterday, and we're diving right into this fucking episode. You guys like the backstory. He tells me, follow the money. Follow the money. I said, I don't see what the big picture is with this fucking Norway shit. There is a company called Amend. Go look at it. Amend.com. AMEND. Alpha, Mike, Echo, November, Delta. You guys like that? I kind of have to keep it there. Amend is a mental health company based out of UC San Francisco that wants to change the culture and dynamics of the of corrections based off of the Norway model. Okay? Now you guys have to understand something, right? When I speak, I'm speaking for green, blue, and family members. You guys have to understand something. Nobody ever said we didn't want rehabilitative programs for the inmates, right? Nobody ever fucking said that. We know that needs to happen. But if Gruesome Newsome and the Amend people, and whoever has an interest, it's a conflict of interest. Whoever has, then just say that's what you want to do. Don't paint it as you want to rehabilitate inmates, because somebody wrote a comment this morning which reminded me. It reminded me. The comment said something along the lines are, they're going to ask for volunteers from the inmate population first who wants to go to do this Norway project. That's what they're going to. And then it reminded me, that's exactly what they did for the fucking non-designated program. Echo Yard, Level 2 RJD, E-Yard, home of the Menendez brothers. They'll be free shortly. Don't trip. They went around Donovan asking the inmates, you want to go over here? A handful went. A handful voluntarily went. And then when they realized, the administration realized, fuck, we don't have enough volunteers. That's when they started admonishing. Go ahead and ask any inmate in blue, any 4 inmate. Did you ever get admonished to go to a level 2? They're going to tell you yes. What admonished means is a fucking read, outwitting the devil. What they tell you is, hey, level 4 killer from GP, Calipat, you are now admonished. You're going to be a level 2, and you're going to be, hey, go get on that fucking van, go over there. Well, what do you think happened? Motherfuckers took out weapons from their ass and started stabbing child molesters. That's a true fucking story. Now tell me how the hell that's a programming facility. Tell me how the hell that's non-designated. Tell me how that's a good idea. It's not, right? And that's this whole fucking thing. Be transparent. Be transparent. And utilize some fucking common sense, right? And I am never going to disrespect Norway. I'm never going to disrespect anybody, period. But let's talk facts here. I watched that video. Go to the amend.com video. Watch the intro. You have a correctional officer from Idaho or Utah or Ohio, one of those white. I got to keep it straight now. One of those white states, right? No disrespect. But, well, I'm not from there. I've never been. Well, yeah, I have been there, passing through. Went to Montana. Ooh, Montana's great. So, he's a CO. He's sitting next to an inmate in a chair. Big old inmate, too. White dude. And they're talking like friends. Okay, that's cool, right? Don't trip. Like, listen to this story. They're talking. And the inmate's telling him, hey, Bill, you make my life better. I don't always have to be on edge. And the CO is telling him, yeah, you're a resident. You're not an inmate. You're a resident. I much rather come and talk to you like a person than to tell you what to do. And I'm like, okay, I'm watching this, right? But you guys have to understand something, man. Or then the inmate goes on to say, I'm glad you guys treat me like a human being. I'm tired of the officers treating us like monsters in the building. And I'm like, all right, cool. I see it, right? You're bored. This is my area of expertise. I want you guys to know something right now. The way I talk, my communication skills. There are a lot of solid individuals, lieutenants, sergeants, officers, even some good captains, some good AWs. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I go off on my tangent. That communicate well with inmates. That talk to them like a human. That don't have that chip on their shoulder. That don't have the ego. That don't have... So they're already doing that. They're already putting out fires. Well, let's say we know there's an officer that's a pain in the ass and doesn't have verbal communication skills or people skills. Motherfucker can't even go to a grocery store without getting in a fight with a cashier. That type of person. We will put out those fires. Period. So that's already happening. Talking to inmates like humans is already happening. I was doing it. I never said, hey, you inmate criminal, unless the motherfucker got off on like staff assault, then, work kicks in. But anyways, That's that. Okay. The inmates want to be talked to like humans. There's already a lot of people talking to inmates like humans. Period. That's the truth. Are there asshole employees? Yes, there's fucking asshole everybody. There's asshole inmates, asshole employees, asshole managers. There's a bunch of assholes in this fucking world, right? Yes. One would say that my boy Gruesome knew some. I don't think I'm going to make it much longer. You know when you feel your time ticking? Anyhow, that's that. Okay. The officer that got his neck cranked, adjusted by that big old inmate, big ass K number, or whatever the fuck number he had, G number, motherfucker OG won't respond to my text messages. I'm wild, guys. Don't trip. I'm wild. Your boy's trying to get an interview right now with a homie. Don't trip. I'm telling you, my hamster's on fucking steroids. Right? So, that captain on that yard, who I knew since she was a sergeant at Centinela, you know how small this fucking world is, right? You know Hector be knowing his shit. Instantly put that inmate, well, yeah, put that inmate in ADSEG for battery on a peace officer. Well, not her. What I was going to say was put the officer in the mailroom under investigation for overfamiliarity for getting the neck cranked. But also the inmate went to the hole, ADSEG, with a new charge, battery on a peace officer. So why do that? Why do that? If you want the Norway project, you want buddy buddies, you want handshakes. Ooh, in that video, amend. You see the inmate and the officer shake hands. Okay, Hector, did you ever shake an inmate's hand in the prison system? No. Did inmates try? Like one inmate tried to shake my hand. I looked at him and he realized, oh shit, and he pulled his hand back. I told him, hey man, if I ever see you guys in the community, yeah, I'll shake your hand. Period. Point blank. You just can't do that. There's rules that the Blue probably won't allow that shit, and sure in the fuck, unless you're the PIO at RJD right now. I got a picture of you, my boy. He's a good guy, though. I have a picture of him shaking an inmate's hand. It's just whatever, right? Whatever. Let's not forget the possibility of threats. Threats. And here's where the problem is. This fucking video is gold, man. Send it to Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan, please. Right here. I'm in San Diego. Don't trip. I'll fly. I got to scrounge up some cash, but don't trip. Sell my shoes. I'm not selling this hat. I like this fucking hat. It was my Father's Day gift, but don't trip. Here's the truth. You have an amend program. Gruesome backing it. It's all based out of San Francisco. This is what we're going to do. But who's going to tell the young officers? And who's going to tell the Mexican mafia members? And who's going to tell the sureños and the norteños and the nuestra familia that, hey, this is what we're doing now? You're taxing a 1/3, right? That's not going to be part of this Norway project. When you mess with one bean, you get the whole burrito. Nah, we don't be doing that in Norway. Don't think that if you put hands on a fucking on a guy in blue that you guys are all gonna go. That's not how they do it in Norway. You see what I'm saying? That's not gonna fucking fly. When you get that young fucking kid from barista as a CO and you put a fucking shiny little whistle on him, a little fucking jumpsuit. Well, they don't be wearing jumpsuits anymore. You put what do they be wearing? The Uggs, brown boots, the green pants, the beige top, a backpack, Punisher sticker, kill them all and let God sort them out, thin blue line, God protect my hands for I am the rock, St. Michael's, Austin 316, can I get a hell yeah, right? All this fucking, when you tell that new cop that never seen nothing, been nowhere, hey, these guys are your friends. Don't trip. And then you get an inmate like Jaime Osuna, who decapitated his cellmate, and you put them in a building together. How the fuck do you think that's going to end? See, now you're playing with lives. You're not even playing with lives. You're purposely putting them in danger, jeopardizing them. Again, to me, that's unethical. I cannot stomach it, right? When a new inmate gets off the bus, and he doesn't know no better because maybe he hasn't had the opportunity to get put up on game by his people, and he starts fucking going to these classes or shaking officers' hands left and right, talking to them one-on-one without a shadow, what do you think is going to happen to that inmate? Some people are going to get him, right? So they're enforcing this program. They're initiating this program without disseminating information to anybody on the ground level, the ones actually participating, carrying out the mission. Why would you do that? Why the fuck would you do that? Oh, well, Hector, we're sending officers to training by these Norwegian cops. Again, you fucking, let's say I was still wearing the uniform. You put me in a fucking housing unit with a Norwegian cop. There's not a one fucking thing that person's gonna fucking tell me about how to do my job in this fucking state of California. Period. I don't give a fuck. All the shit I've watched, all the shit I've experienced, all the shit I've participated in. How the fuck you gonna tell me what I'm going to do and what I'm not going to do? I know what it takes to do for my own survival. I have a daughter. I have a wife, right? I have two parents. There's no way. There's no way I'm gonna allow some type of fucking sham program to jeopardize my life. Period. And that's the problem. You're initiating something without seeing the plan already all the way through. Without carrying. I cannot tell you how ass backwards it is. Now, of course, if we were talking about pogs, marbles, cards, then that's whatever. But we're talking about human lives here, right? Lives. I mentioned those organizations' names earlier. You think they're going to really go for it? You think they really are going to appreciate you just fucking turning their whole damn world upside down after they spent 30 years in the fucking shoe? As a matter of fact, they're probably tired of your fucking bullshit. They're probably so damn tired of your bullshit, their probably patience is getting up. Like, these motherfuckers just won't stop. These motherfuckers just won't stop. I'm over here trying to do my thing, and again, does the Department of Corrections have problems? Yeah, every place has problems, but you're missing the whole point. You don't pour gasoline on a fucking fire. How the fuck you gonna start a Norway project when you haven't even unfucked the non-designated program? I get passionate about this, again, because of lives versus money versus how the fuck? There's no way, man. Let's say Hector Bravo, which I just might right now, created a Hector Bravo of corrections program. Okay. You know what I would do? I would go around and gather input from fucking everybody before I shoved it down anybody's throat. I will create a plan. I will go around and say, hey, what do you see problems with this plan right here? I'll be like, for one, we have a shitload of gangs in California. For two, they do have their own fucking rules amongst themselves. For three, like, the propensity of violence is there. Just look at Psalms, look at the incident reports. You're still having riots. You're still having 2-on-1 attempted murders. You're still having this. None of this stopped. None of this slowed down. If anything, it picked up. How the fuck are you going to try to pump the brakes when we're all gas? Right? I don't know, man. I put out that video yesterday. You guys gave me some good insight. What do you guys think about this one, man? Give me some good insight. The message for today, man, I don't give a fuck if you work at FedEx, if you work at Staples, Office Depot, Walmart, Target, McDonald's. If you want to unveil some type of master plan, get with your troops. If you want to if you're thinking about even making a fucking change, get with your troops. It's called leadership. It's called integrity, morals, ethics, doing the right thing. You know what forcing something on top of somebody else does? That's what Hitler did. That's what Saddam did. That's what Gaddafi did. Right? With that, keep pushing forward.